Hello fellow cruisers, this is Jeff Gigoux here on your Gigoux Adventures. Unscripted, today's a little lesson about some of the things you can do to have a little better cruise and hack some of the things, and a little bit of tips in there as well. So with that, I'm going to just kind of give you a couple items that I think are always relevant when you come on a nice boat and to make your trip a little better. So very first thing, outdoor bag. Basically waterproof, wonderful. You can throw all your towels and clothes directly in the bag. Get these online. Basically all you do is you grab it, get the air out, roll it up and clip, and you're good to go. Great bag for traveling, great bag to take out on the beach. Keep your things waterproof, throw it in the sand, wash it off with water after. It's wonderful. So with that, some other things that I just wanted to point to is I'm a very light sleeper. I'm really light sensitive as we leaving Aruba at the moment, but I figured you want to learn some of the things of what I do in order to try to make the light situation close up. You know, this gap here is always a problem, so I always travel with some clothespins. Whether that's the two curtains closed together, you need to close them up that way, but usually in a case like this, I usually find a piece of furniture and push it up and try to make sure it's just flat up against the thing so it keeps out the most amount of light you can. Second one, same kind of situation. Let me open it up for... Is this nice little sign on the boat, obviously for safety, life jackets. But that turns bright green at the middle of the night. So again, I found my little hack here, which is get the programs that I never watched or use anyway, slide it behind this nice little thing and cover it up. It works wonderfully. I'm going to move on to my nice little, as you can see, I'm a gadget freak. So, but let me start with something that you may not think you need, but you do, these are actually some privately made earplugs. You know, obviously you don't need to do that, but you will need to bring earplugs. Why? Because the lovely teenagers that run up and down the hall all night long, banging on doors, thinking they're funny. It's just a simple way to keep your sanity through the night. Obviously, I've got all my GoPro equipment I'm a big diver and go out and snorkel a lot. But here's a really key product. It's called Tronsmart, Tronsmart. I believe that's how you spell it. But as you can see, I've got all my devices plugged in here. You know, whether that's wireless charging my phone, my GoPro, obviously I've got my Samsung watch, really a key piece. Now, the new boats that I'm on the Vista right now, but they do have 2 ports for you to be able to plug in. But as you can see this, and that's not even most of them. I still have others that needed to come in here. So, but on this boat, again, you have 2 USB ports to basically be able to charge. But again, I find this device basically invaluable for coming on a trip. The second thing is, if you want to find your European charger, I travel a lot for work. I go all over the world. So this European charger, obviously same thing. It can fit into the European plug. But what's important about that is most of these devices these days have their power transformers to be able to work at 120 or 240. So with that, I'm just plugging it now into the 240 port, and you will see my devices and the thing come back on and charging again. So again, if you're looking for more than the 2 plugs here that come directly, you can also bring a European plug and charge it into those devices that can work multi adapter in terms of 120 or 240. Now I'm going to move into the bathroom. just a quick one here, okay? This nice little faucet here, always start with it on the cold, because there's very little cold, but if you turn it all the way to hot here for your kids, especially for your kids, this thing comes out at nuclear hot, okay? Again, I found myself scalded a couple of times, so just beware that, really try to be aware that this becomes very hot water, and it's probably being heated by the engines, you know, down in the engine room. So again, beware, because it can get extremely hot and dangerous. Couple final tips here in the bathroom that I always like to point out. Some people do or don't know what this is. For those that don't, you pull it out, pull it across, plug it in. Now you have a clothesline in your bathroom to dry, you know, all of your suits and everything that come in wet. So always a great little tip for somebody that doesn't know what that little device means. It's not a bell. It basically is used to hang clothes within the actual shower. And my final tip, we all love clothes, right? We bring lots of clothes. We bring lots of clothes that we don't wear, but as you can see, this nice little shirt here really has problems in terms of needing to be ironed. You can't bring an iron onto the ship, and I'm not one, trust me, to believe that we need to waste water, but sometimes you just got to do things. So just as I mentioned before, if you want something that is extremely hot, this water, in about 1 minute, this becomes already, maybe you can already start to see the steam, but what I like to do is just kind of close this up, close the door with your clothing in it, come back in about 4 minutes, that's completely steamed, and you can take out all of the different wrinkles. You can pull them out because the heat that is coming out of this already, look, I barely had it on for very long, and you can already see. So you don't have to do it for very long, but just in order to, yeah, I'm already creating more wrinkles than needed. But again, cool little tip there. So that's my final little highlight.